Right, we're going to have a go at enlarging. It's the fourth of our transformations. You can have a read of the example here. Once again, we need a centre. The other thing we need is a scale factor, and that will tell us how many times bigger it's going to be. So if you want to write a note for yourself, a scale factor. And often we use a letter K to stand for that. That means how many times bigger the image is going to be. So if we start with number 1, we've got triangle here, ABC. We want a scale factor of 2 and the centre is O. So we want to make it twice as big. Now the best way to do this, start with your ruler, join from O to A, O to C, and O to B. And I've just extended those lines, right. So my triangle is going to come out in front here, and it's going to be twice as big. So if I take this object point A, it's 2 squares away from the centre. So the image, because the scale factor is 2, we double that length. 2 2s are 4. It's really important you always count from the centre. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where A dashed will be. All right? Always count from that centre point. Now point B here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units from the centre, times the scale factor. 5 times 2 is 10, so counting from the centre, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. B dashed is going to be out here. And I can see that A normally joins to B, so we're going to want to join A dash to B dashed. And I can see already that my triangle is getting bigger. Now when it comes to shifting C, yes, you can do some counting. Another way to do it would be to use your ruler, especially if you don't have squares. And you can measure that length, which appears to be 2.2 centimetres, and if we double that, we would get 4.4. Now that's from the centre, so if we measure out 4.4, it looks like it might possibly be here. Obviously we want it in line with A, and it will be on an angle with B because the line from A to C was straight, so we'd want the line from A dash to C dash to be straight as well. So we could join that in now. So that's how to do it by counting squares and by using a ruler if you don't have squares. Of course, the other way to check with C, from the centre, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across, or 4 across and 2 down. So from the centre we'd do that twice. Cross 4 down 2, cross 4 down 2, we got it in the right place. And you could shade that in and you can see how it's bigger. Alright, I'll do one more. So we'll try number 3. It's a kite. We're using a scale factor of 3, so times 3, and my centre is Q. So start by joining Q to each point. Oops, and make that longer. So we'll go out that way, we'll go out that way, and obviously those points are going to go that way, and that point is going to go that way. So we're timesing by 3. This is 1 square. 1 times 3 is 3. 1, 2, 3 for N dashed. K is 2 squares. 2 times 3 is 6. 2, 4, 6 out to K dashed. And now if we shift L and M and we try it with the ruler and the measuring, just for some practice. So from the centre out to M, 15 or 1.5 centimetres. If we times that by 3, we get 4.5, and it must be from the centre. So back along this line, 4.5, possibly on that corner, M dashed. We could check that, of course. 1, 2, 1, 2. So out 2, up 2. Let's do that 3 times. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. We got it in the right place. Looking for L now. I might just count because we're out 1, up 3. So we'll do that 3 times. Out 1, up 3. Out 1, up 3. Out 1, 3. And I was going slightly off course there with my line. So now if we join up our kite, down to N dashed, we could colour it in, shade it in, so it's very clear where the larger kite's gone to. You can have a go with 4. You'll notice it talks about a scale factor of 1, so I wonder if it's a scale factor of 1, I hope you can see that it would be in the same place. and it wants you to have a go at describing that. Now you could have a go at part B here if you're finished. Just move that up a little bit. We're enlarging it with a scale factor of 3, and we've got the centre of C. So take a point on the mouse, they've suggested R, going that way. And if it's joining up to that point there, you could take that one as well. Sure, it's going to take a long time, but anything worth doing is worth persevering. 2, 3, and 2. Down 3 across 2 to get to R. So we're going to do that 3 times from the centre. 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. It'll be down there, R dashed. To the bottom of the ear. 1, 2, 3, 2 that way. 3, 2, 2, 2. So it should go to there. So that's the start of in the eyes up there. So you can see where we're going. A little bit of freehand, if that's 1 square tall, times it by 3 and go up 1, 2, 3 squares. Instead of going across 1 on the image, across 1, 2, 3, back down to make the ear. You could count the length of this, times it by 3 and across you go. I'll leave you to finish that one.